Here's the truth that most interdisciplinary folks are afraid to confront. You're worried that if you do many different things, you'll never be the best at any one of them. And as an interdisciplinary practitioner myself, I'm here to tell you that is absolutely true. It's a logistical reality. If your attention is split across many different types of work, you're only going to go so far or so fast with any one of them. For a long time, I was working as a visual artist, a miniaturist, a graphic designer, a writer. I had a research practice. And I had all of these separate threads running parallel to each other, which is great when you're younger because you're figuring out what you like and you're building multiple skills in the process. But as you evolve, you need to eventually streamline because otherwise you might be good at all of those things, but you'll never be the best at them. There's always going to be someone else out there who does any one of those things better than you. So how do you overcome that while still being interdisciplinary? You need to find a frame practice, a container that has a singular goal, but can hold all of the other things that you like to do. For me, I found that book art was my framing practice, and that's the moment it clicked because I was never going to be the best miniaturist or the best graphic designer or the best writer or the best researcher, and I didn't even want to be those things, but I realized I could be the best experimental bookmaker. That was something that I could conceivably work towards to be the creme de la creme of making crazy, insane books. And once I found that frame, my interdisciplinarity flipped from being a liability to a superpower. Now, instead of my multitude of skills running parallel to each other, they join forces to increase my velocity down a single path. Suddenly, being a researcher makes me produce a deeper, more meaningful book than someone who isn't a researcher. Being a graphic designer gives me an edge over other book artists. A lot of book artists only make handcrafted books. They don't know anything about typography or layout design or print practices. I know all of those things and I can infuse my bookmaking practice with them. Most book artists aren't writers, but I can write and I have a wealth of content that I get to put into my books. Most book artists don't know how to make videos play inside of books, but I know how to do that. So now all of these random things that I know how to do have braided together to help me run harder and faster down this one path. So if you are interdisciplinary, start looking out for your framing practice. This could be filmmaking or directing, making video games, curation, exhibition design, architecture, spatial design, set design, fashion design. All of these have the capacity to hold different skills and disciplines within them. And when you find your frame practice, you can then start building the story of why you do that better than anyone else out there. And if you want help finding your frame practice, I do mentorship for creative students and professionals. You can book a session on my website. I also do a few free live sessions on Instagram, so DM me and we can set it up.